Hello, everybody. It is another Saturday night in lovely Central Tokyo, and Cafe Cheshme TV is once again live.
Yeah!
So what's new?
It's very hot and rainy season.
Yep. For those folks who are watching who don't actually live here in Tokyo, it is humid and sticky and rainy and hot. Not as hot as it's going to get, but hot.
It's gonna get hot.
Yeah. You know, my friend said it's going to be over 100 degrees in Seattle this week, which is just bizarre because I remember freezing all the time in Seattle.
Well, but global warming is not true.
Yeah. So what's new? What do we got on tonight? We've
So
got a
today
good
we're gonna have the new album release party. Party, you and me. And Johnny.
So Johnny Barefoot's new release, which we've been really excited about. We've been following Johnny's releases for a while, so I'm excited to have him on tonight.
His new release and Akira Shonise's new release of Jamban Blue.
Yeah, and we just lost Kira from our Tokyo community.
Yeah. She's back to Canada. Then she's moving to
Ukraine, right?
Yeah.
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 So she's gonna be halfway around. She's halfway around the world now, and she'll be another part of the world away in a short time, which is kind of cool.
That would be so awesome living in Kiev.
Yeah, really ancient and an interesting city with a lot of history. So that's pretty exciting.
We have reason to visit.
Yeah.
So what's
So I think we've got a couple
What's
things we want to
first?
share, right?
go ahead.
So one of the things that this person right here has been working diligently on for a lot of the last few weeks is our Cafe Cheshme shop. And she's wearing one of the t-shirts she designed. Yay, Mayo! But she's done a ton of other stuff. So we want to share our shop for those of you who might not know about it. So if you go to the cafecheshme.com site and you click on our Shop Cheshme tab at the top, you'll see a couple of options for online shops where you can find Meg's designs. And there's a whole bunch of stuff there, right?
It's an international shop and Japanese shop, so you can choose
Very
based on where
cool.
you are.
So that's pretty exciting for us. And the proceeds from selling shirts on there go to help us cover the streaming costs for this show. So your support is very much appreciated.
Very much appreciated.
Okay, without any further ado, I think we should bring on our guest. What do you think?
Go for it. Go
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, from the wilds of Saitama, Johnny Barefoot.
for it. Johnny!
Hello, everybody. How's it going? Glad to be here. Thank you very much.
Welcome, welcome. It's good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too. It's always good to see you both. Yeah, I heard that there's somebody that I know who's in actually north of Seattle. You were talking about the weather in Seattle, and yeah, they said it was like 43, 44 degrees or something like that today for them, or supposed to get up that high. Yeah, like really, really hot. And I think we've been kind of spared that so far, at least in Saitama anyway. I don't know, but it's humid,
Yeah.
but we haven't really had the heat. Like the one of those. I'm just waiting for one of those days where the rain's gonna blow away and you're gonna look up and say, "Oh, look at the blue sky and the sun." I remember what that looks like. And then it's just gonna be like this baking heat that sticks around until like mid-October.
Exactly. But you know, I lived 11 years in Seattle and I didn't own a fan. I mean, it just never got hot there.
Well, yeah, they said that it's like 34 degrees or so, or 44 degrees or so, and she doesn't have an air conditioner. So
It's scary.
that's gonna be grim. Yeah.
I can see we've got a few folks online. Francis Petty is out there, and Annie
Petty.
Sorry
Yeah.
about that.
It's a friend of mine, Francis Petty, a friend of mine from Toronto.
Oh, cool.
Friend of ours from Toronto. Went to the same university as Giselle did.
Very cool. Welcome, Francis.
So he's watching. Yeah.
And Annie's out
And,
there, and
and
Cheryl.
hi Annie, hi Cheryl, and Frank.
Welcome,
Nice.
welcome. So we've got an interesting show tonight, I think,
Yeah.
because I think both you and Kira are bands that really brought very different genres into Cafe Cheshme when we were doing live shows.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, she was different, but I think I played a couple of shows with Kara, and our music is different, but complementary as well, I think. And we're both from Ontario as well. She's from Ontario, and a little bit more rural than where I'm from. I think I'm from Toronto, and she's from like smaller town in Ontario. But yeah,
Very, very
So
cool.
you're saying you're a city boy.
I'm a city boy. Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
yeah. I grew up in the suburbs of Toronto. Yeah.
I've always heard great things about Toronto. I mean, I think a lot of people who live in the Northwest fantasize about like accidentally falling over into Canada and staying there.
It's not too hard to do, though, is it? If you live like the Pacific Northwest, there's actually one point where isn't there a spot where it's only about this big too, where there's a bit of the United States that's above the above the border, the rest of the border, with like the prairies until you hit like Ontario. There's like a straight line, but it goes along, and just before you get to the Pacific, there's like a little blip of the states that goes up north of that, north of the. So it's a bit. It must be a little bit confusing. Like you could make a wrong turn and end up in BC.
Oh, I miss BC.
You've been there?
British Columbia. We used to go up to Vancouver all the time from Seattle. It's like 2.5 hour drive, and
Oh, okay.
it's lovely up there. It's I mean, it's busy now. I mean, when I was living there, it wasn't that big, but I think it's a lot bigger now than it was 21 years ago.
Yeah, 21 years ago, yeah.
I've only ever been to the airport.
It's a beautiful place, especially like you can see ski resorts from the city up on the mountainside and stuff. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's nice from an airplane flying over.
What is airplane?
What is an airplane? We see them sometimes, but I don't think anyone actually rides them.
No, I think they're just for shipping things back and forth.
So, have you guys got your vouchers yet for your vaccines?
No,
Oh.
but soon for me in Saitama. I think it's sooner for me because I'm in a higher age bracket.
Okay.
Okay.
But I think my voucher should be coming in a couple of weeks. I think, and then we can book. I think in August.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like they give out the vouchers, and then the time to book is later for some reason. I don't know what their system is, but I don't know if I'd have been able to do it any better if given the opportunity. So anyway, yeah, soon I would think before summer's up, before Labor Day, I'll probably have at least one dose in my arm.
Well, if we're lucky, we're hoping we're crossing our fingers that we might be able to see everybody for Halloween. Everyone that's been vaccinated.
Oh, that'd be great. That would be awesome.
Yeah, we got to do that this year. So I think we should probably get on to.
Interview first or what's first?
Yeah, I think so. Kira couldn't join us because of the insane time gap between here and there. So we actually had an interview with her a few days ago. And so we're going to play a short interview with her first. And then after that, we'll come back for a second. And then we've got music from her new band, which we'll talk about in the interview.
Let's start.
Yeah,
from
let's
the
do it.
interview.
Okay.
Great.
Here we go. Hi, Kira.
Hi, Kira.
Hey, Kelly. Hey, Megumi. How are you?
Good, good.
We're good. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for having me here.
So you are in Canada now.
I am. I am quarantining in my parents' basement here behind me. Mikey's here as well in the other room. And yeah, it's been quite an experience. We just left Tokyo 4 days ago, I think.
Wow.
I think that's right. Yeah.
Wow. And so for the next few days, you're there relaxing and catching up while you're in quarantine, I guess.
That's it. Yeah. And just getting over jet lag and taking some time. Yeah.
Wow. Well, glad to know that you arrived safely, and I'm sure you're going to be happy for quarantine to get over so you can get on with life there.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I can't wait to catch up with cousins and family and friends, and yeah, it'll be
Well,
nice.
just to our viewers, can you kind of introduce your band?
Sure. So my band is called Jam Band Blue, and there are four members. Steve is a guitarist from Texas, and he came to Japan in 1991.
Wow.
Hisa Nakase is from Koenji, and he's been playing in lots of blues and roots bands. And Takashi is from Ikebukuro, and he also plays with a bunch of different blues and American folk rock bands. And I met Takashi and Steve, gosh, when was that? I think 2016, and we've been playing together since 2017 as a trio, and we played lots together as a trio at Cheshme, and
Yes, yes.
then we decided we really wanted a bass player, and I had watched Hisa and I thought he'd be perfect. We all really wanted Hisa in the band, and we were so lucky to get him on board. And so the four of us have been playing together since 2018, the spring of 2018. Yeah.
Oh, I thought that's longer because they're so tight
Yeah.
together.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, you seem like a very long established
Yeah.
band. I think the chemistry in your band is really quite amazing.
Thank you. Yeah. It's hard to find. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very hard to find.
Yeah, we feel lucky to have found each other. It feels great every time we play. Yeah.
So how do you describe your music?
It's hard to describe. I guess the best way I could would be to say that it's a mix of roots rock, folk, psychedelia, blues, country. Yeah. Maybe even a little bit of jazz. And with Hisa's bass lines, I feel like you could even describe it as funk music. Yeah, it's every song on the album's quite different.
I think the most memorable part is just how warm and energetic and natural, your music has always been. And, the sitting in the space listening to you play is just a really wonderful experience. It's very joyful, I think, and very inviting. I don't know.
I think it's
Wow,
your
thanks.
voice and your character too. Just very welcoming, right?
Indeed.
Oh, we miss live music.
I know, so do we so much. You have no idea. Gosh.
Oh my.
We found Cheshme so welcoming and warm too. So it's funny you use those words to describe the band. We love it. We miss it. It's hard. It's a really hard time to be away,
Yeah.
but yeah.
So we are here to hear about your debut album.
Yeah.
So it's a debut album.
It is. Yeah. I've never made one before in my life.
Ta-da!
The guys have Takashi, Steve, and Hisa. They've been part of multiple albums before, but I produced this with Steve, and we worked really hard on it, and I love it. I'm really happy with all the songs. There's 14 songs on the album, and it was recorded in Kanagawa, and we were on a very tight schedule. We weren't even sure we'd be able to finish it before I left Tokyo. We took, gosh, how many Sundays? Maybe 12 or 13 Sundays. And we went out there, and we could only have two people in a studio at once.
Oh,
And we'd air it out every 10 minutes. And you follow all these protocols, and
yeah.
it just limits your recording time so much. But at the same time, because it was that difficult, I felt like it really drove us to focus on it even more and realize that it was such a precious thing that we were creating, and when you have that pressure around you, you really, or at least I felt this, I really valued it even more, So, well, we started writing the songs before the pandemic took hold. And we'd mostly meet in karaoke studios back when it was safe. And yeah, Steve would have a guitar riff and I'd hum, and I'd think of a melody in my head, and I was pretty quick to come up with melodies. And then we'd just brainstorm different themes and think about what kind of emotions were drawn out of that melody and that riff, and eventually came up with some lyrics. And then after that, we sent it to Takashi and Hisa, and they put their own creative flair on it and run with it. And that's when I feel like the genres of each song kind of came to life, when everyone had their input. Because when it was just, voice and guitar, it wasn't quite clear, but yeah, with everyone's contribution, I think it really helped. So the four of us all have songwriting credits on each of the songs. No song is truly just one person's. We've all had some sort of input in it.
Wow.
But
Coming up.
yeah, with everyone's contribution.
And we're back.
Oh, we're back.
So that was exciting to be able to hear from Kira a little bit about the new band and about what's going on with them.
That's a new band, but I thought that's a seasoned band playing together for 10 years or something.
I think everyone in that band is amazingly talented. We've seen them all play either together or separately before, and a really great group of people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
This may or may not be an issue, but I'm. Oh, never mind. It was black screen for a second there, and it's back.
Oh, good.
I think it's okay now.
okay. So yeah, it's pretty exciting that we're gonna get to hear some of her music tonight, and yeah, I'm feeling. Oh, I wish we'd been able to see them play live a few more times before they moved.
Well, because of this situation.
But hopefully maybe they'll come back. That's the wonderful thing about Tokyo is a lot of the time we get to see people again as they come back for a visit. Let's hope. So how about we play
Music, please.
some music? Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Hi, Kira.
Hi.
Curtain call. Okay, so now I think we're going to listen to some music from the new album.
Yay!
And do you want to tell us a little bit about the first song we're going to be hearing?
Yes, you are going to hear our first single, which is Curtain Call. And Curtain Call is all about resolving conflict and seeing how you can do that at the end. Maybe it's through a goodbye or, through a certain point in your life. And it's also about chance meetings and how you get to know certain people and having it really work out.
Sounds great. Let's hear it. Here's Curtain Call.
Behind the veil of a dream.
I lost Karen call. Okay, so now I think we're going to listen to.
Maybe we can reconcile it all. So pour another glass of wine. Stay with me, let's talk a while. Maybe we can reconcile it all. So pour another glass of wine. Stay with me, let's talk a while. Maybe we can reconcile it all. At the curtain call.
This song is called People of the Screen, and we wrote it after reflecting on daily life and just seeing lots of different people glued to their phones and not really interacting with the people in front
Very
of them,
true.
and noticing people at restaurants who might be with their families and not really connecting at all, and even catching ourselves doing that, and being mindful of the time you do have with people. And I think it's been amplified by the pandemic, and realizing how much time we all spend behind screens, and just really taking advantage of the time you do have with people when you can have it, and what a luxury that seems to be now. And yeah, we're still really grateful for screens. We're able to connect from across the world right now. We're so lucky to do that, but it's a complex phenomenon too.
Well, let's hear this.
Eyes down, cross the street, bound by the screen. Can't say what they mean, hardly even
Okay, and we're back.
She's so good.
Yeah, she's amazing.
That sounds really good. I like that album. Those couple of songs we heard from it already.
And the photographs are cool too.
Nah, she's really quite
Yeah.
incredible. So I think, it's very exciting that their new album is coming out, and
Yeah.
I think it's very exciting that we get a chance to hear more.
And you can order from, that's a Jampam Blue, not SoundCloud, what is it everybody's using?
Bandcamp.
Bandcamp.
So Jampam Blue
They're
on
on Bandcamp?
bandcamp.com.
Yeah, Jampam Blue. Just keep saying that, Jampam Blue.
It gets easier the more you
Yeah,
say it.
easier. It gets easier. Jampam Blue.
Jam, Bam, Blue.
Nah.
You too.
Right there on Bandcamp. Jam, Bam, Blue right
Jampam
there.
Blue.
So
Go ahead.
There it is.
get out there, and we'll have that link. The link is actually on the event webpage for
Yes.
today. So have a look at that and click out and support their band. And they are doing both physical copies and digital copies. So if you want that
Yes.
beautiful cover, you can get that cover as well.
If you have the CD player, you can
Yep.
get the CD.
Or if you just want to
What's
have
that?
a CD player.
What's that?
Oh,
Yeah.
you know it.
That was in that movie with Sam Neill and Laura Dern, right? Where they had the park where little children would go and they'd play CDs, but something terrible happened. Oh no, that was Jurassic Park. Sorry.
Okay.
Nah. Well, Kira, thank you so much for sharing
Thank you.
your time and sharing some music
Sorry.
with us.
Yeah, and you're always welcome to come back and hopefully at our cafe and do some live show with Johnny.
Yep, and hopefully, we talked to Kira about having her back on the virtual show as well. I think once they're in Kiev, that time difference isn't as brutal. It'll be morning for them when we run our Saturday nights. So
Really?
yeah, it's not that far off us. So it's closer in time than UK, and we can do stuff with UK folks in the morning. So yeah.
There's so much to learn about the world.
I think coming up next, last weekend, weekend before last, we had Meg's birthday party, and the show started running really long, so we weren't able to play one of the songs that Kako-san shared with us. So wanted to be able to slip that in
Kako-san!
tonight and share that song with
today
you.
it's so Canada Day.
Yeah. So I will run that, and here we go with Kako-san.
No one to talk with all by myself. No one to walk with while I'm happy on the shelf. In misbehavior, saving my love for you. I know for certain you're the one I love. I'm so frightened, it's just you I dreaming of. And misbehavior, saving my love for you. Like the corner in the corner, don't go nowhere. What do I care? Your kiss is the was waiting for. like the corner in the corner. Don't go nowhere. What do I care? Your kiss is Star Wars waiting for. Oh, believe in me. I don't stay up late, don't care to go. I'm home about 8, just me and my radio. Ain't misbehaving, saving my love for you. Misbehaving, saving my love for you.
Yeah. Thank you, Kako-san. I'm so sorry we weren't able to get that into the last show.
あ
But
り
I'm
がとうござい
happy
ま
we
す、
could
かこ
today.
様。
Hey.
So she's another person that we've missed so much because we used to see her at least monthly for the open mics.
Open mic, yes.
Yeah.
She was getting so much better.
Yeah, I love her voice. It's so peaceful and
Soothing.
yeah, lovely, lovely. So I think we are getting to the headliner. You've been waiting longer than you even realize to see Johnny Barefoot.
ボランボラン。
Hello.
So Johnny, we're so excited to have you here sharing your new release with us. I'm going to put you up full screen so you can tell everybody about your new release.
Sure, yeah. Well, it's called Wednesday Night Mid-November, and it's there are 3 tracks, 3 songs on there that are sort of like that. Is Tuesday Night Mid-November, Wednesday Night Mid-November, and Thursday Night Mid-November, and those are 3 of them that I actually did in mid-November last year. And the thing is, I was recording Sunrise in Reverse, and as I was doing that, I would be warming up and stuff, and just playing guitar, not doing any recording, sometimes just playing guitar and working on new songs and different things, warming up, getting ready to record, that sort of thing. And I would just throw my phone up in front of me and record a video of me just playing an improvisation, and then I would just put the improvisation up on Instagram TV just as a video, and then I just kind of forgot about them. And one of them that's kind of like that, that I have a video of that we'll see a little later, ended up on Sunrise in Reverse, was I Will Give You Rainbows. And that one was kind of I sort of expanded a little bit on a theme and rehearsed it a little bit and then decided to record it. And that one is funny because I decided to just push record on the audio recording software that I used for the album. So I made the recording like that to go on the album, but also I shot video at the same time. I don't know why I decided to do that. I just thought, I'm going to shoot video and record the thing at the same time. Whatever happens, if I can use it, great. If I can't, then whatever. So it turned out that I really liked the recording, so I decided to put it on Sunrise in Reverse. And then I took the video and put it on YouTube. And there's a couple of them, actually. The 2 videos of instrumentals that you'll hear like that this evening is one of them is I Will Give You Rainbows on Sunrise in Reverse, but another one is called Celtic Moonbase, which was a pure improvisation. I just put my phone up, pushed record, and started playing. And I did a bunch of those and put them on Instagram. And then I saw one day. I was just sort of flipping through my Instagram. I was like, oh yeah, I remember that. And I listened to it, and I thought, well, that's kind of cool. I like that. And then I went looking more, and I'm like, whoa, I've got a lot of those on here. And there was like a whole year all the way through, and I was recording the album, and at other times after the album was finished, I recorded a bunch of these things to put just the videos up, and never thought about making an album out of it or anything until I realized that I have like a whole album's worth of material just sitting there, that I could release. I could put it all together somehow. And then I was trying to figure out how to get it from Instagram, from the videos, because I deleted the videos. Once I put it up, just to save storage space on my phone, I would just delete the videos. I thought, oh, I've got a record of them, so I don't need the original video anymore. So I'm thinking, how can I get those things onto my audio software on my computer from Instagram? I'm thinking of, is there an app that I can download that'll extract the video? I'm looking online. How do you get videos how can you download a video from Instagram? All sorts of stuff, all sorts of these, high-tech solutions I was trying to figure out. But then it dawned on me. I'm like, wait a minute. I don't have to be all that high-tech with it. Why don't I just go a headphone out of my phone, plug it into my computer, and then just record the audio, play the video on my phone on Instagram, and then just record the audio. So then I can manipulate it and mix it and edit it and stuff. So I did that. And then I did, so I had a whole album on the computer, and then I can do it like that. So I found that I was sitting on an album without even realizing it. One of the songs, actually, the very, very last song on the album was just a pure recording. It was never a video or anything like that. And that was, I intended to to put that on a future album. But I thought, why don't I just release this stuff? And then the anniversary of an album that I released 8 years ago now was June 15th, when I released A Different River. I thought, I'm going to re-release that on Bandcamp. So what better time than now to have sort of a double release, a re-release of A Different River and Wednesday Night, mid-November at the same time. So that's sort of the backstory for those albums.
Very cool. We're really excited about both of the albums. The prior release was so fun and so exciting for us, and we love the music. So I'm really happy that we're sharing more of your work tonight.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm happy to be doing this stuff with you guys always.
Thank you.
But especially when it's like something like this, because I'm pretty excited about it too.
So which song do we have up first tonight?
I think it's When I Had the Orphan Blues.
Yes.
And this one is a recording I made at a while back, a few years ago now, at Infinity Books. And this one is kind of the title track from A Different River, because the words "A Different River" appear in the song somewhere.
Okay, let's
So-
find
So
it.
anyway, yeah.
Here we go.
So listen closely. It'll be on the exam. I could do that, and it'll look like the cool. So I did, and it's done. It's a done deal. This is empty to do.
Hairstyle.
Anyway, this is called When I Had the Orphan Blues. So you're looking at the video.
Yep.
I've always had the orphan blues.
When I Had the Orphan Blues. And this one is kind of the title track. When I had the orphan blues and I first took off my shoes, I would look up at the
I
stars,
love this.
bloodshot eyes. When we had drunk our nerves of steel, and Brother Ray, who had the wheels, would drive us through the valley so we could take off to the skies. We would ford the river Don to the shores of Ontario. We'd press on, pursued by the darkness, chasing the light. At times we felt like kings on Queen Street,
at times like clowns in clay feet, but the music always filled our court, dancing through the night. But I wouldn't go back even if I could, not now that I'm doing what I should. Have learned most of my lessons chopping wood. You'll find me in a different river from where I stood. Like pearls thrown into Hogtown, we couldn't see the diamonds we tossed around, shining in the footlights through all the smoky haze. If I'd listened to what my heroes said and walked the paths where they were led, my dreams wouldn't have ended up in pipes gone up ablaze. But still the pipes with brave guitars by lakes and trees and city bars carried us across portages we likely couldn't have passed. And so like urban voyageur, we'd break these skies of azure after playing to close the house and drinking to the last. But I wouldn't go back even if I could, not now that I'm doing what I should. Have learned most of my lessons chopping wood. You'll find me in a different river from where I stood. Yeah! Palace walls didn't crumble. We walked together, but then alone stumbled as dreams set to 3D motion often do. So by the quiet shore I'd bide my time till the sun would stain the eastern skyline. It was either trudge back home or wait there for you. Those who learn to stand must learn to fail and grasp a hand, to be tempered in the fire and rise from the ashes and the soot. And there's next to nothing left behind save for my memory when I'm inclined, and I'm bound to find I'm still striding off barefoot. But I wouldn't go back even if I could, not now that I'm doing what I should. Have learned most of my lessons chopping wood. You'll find me in a different river from where I stood. You'll find me in a different river from where I stood. Fantastic, man.
Yay!
Thank you. Thank you.
So that was Johnny.
Wow.
Young Johnny.
Yeah. How long ago was that? I don't know. 7 years ago? 6, 7 years ago? Maybe that one? No, not that long ago. Maybe. It was a while ago.
And that's Infinity, which is another one of the core places around Tokyo where folks go to play beautiful music and to hear beautiful music.
It's also purported to be the last remaining English used bookstore in Japan.
True.
Really? In Japan?
Yeah, in Japan, maybe, or in Tokyo. I don't know. It seems an outlandish claim, but perhaps it's true.
Wow. I mean, that's pretty cool. I mean, that's almost worthy of somebody making a movie about
Yeah, that would be cool.
the last bookstore. Oh, it's so cool.
Yeah.
That's a lovely song. I really, really enjoyed that.
Thanks very much.
Next, we've got one of our favorites coming up. Yeah.
You like that? That girl who likes to levitate?
Yeah. Very much. I love this song.
Thanks.
And I think I am far from alone in that sentiment.
Really? Is this a popular one?
I think so. I
Let's
love
hear
this
the
one.
popular one.
Okay, we're gonna play "The Girl Who Loves to Levitate."
Levitate.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about this one before we kick it off?
Sure. It was a while back. A few years. Yeah, like maybe 9-10 years ago. Like when I started writing music. I started writing the songs for A Different River. We found out from a friend of ours. They shared a link to a website of a photographer, a local photographer in Tokyo, who was doing this series of photographs of herself where it looked as though she was levitating. Like she would take the picture, and I read her blog about it actually, and it says people looked at her like they thought she was nuts because she'd be jumping up and down like this, and people wouldn't realize perhaps that there was a camera across the street from where she was or something, and she would set her camera to take like a burst of photos, and she'd be jumping up and down and make it look like she's levitating in all these different situations, you know, getting a drink out of a machine or a book from a bookshelf in a library, or, you know, all these different scenes. And it was really, really interesting. And I found it to be totally captivating. I would just flip through the pictures and just think, that's just amazing. It's so cool. It's so dreamlike, because the ones that the photos that she would choose, I should tell you, what's her name? Natsumi Hayashi, I think her name is, and her website, you can still find it, I think, is Yoa in katakana, Yoa Camera Woman, all in katakana, and Yoa Camera Woman, and you can see the pictures that she did, and she would go around the world. Actually, there's other pictures of her at like the Louvre and different places, and really, really interesting. And I ended up writing a song about that. Yeah. So that's the inspiration of The Girl Who Loves to Levitate.
She sounds cool. We're gonna check out that site too.
Yeah.
Mm.
So let's
Please
hear
do.
the song that she inspired.
Okay.
If all this city life has got you down on the ground, and your feet have turned into roots of brown, if you wear all your riches on your head like a crown, but in your mirror it's a chain on your neck around, there's a way up to create ways to commiserate with a girl who loves to levitate. She glides by your every day, coming down from above, all with the touch of a velvet glove. Slows your minutes to hours with the way of her sister love. Why don't you stop? Don't hesitate. Get a warm hug for your mental state from the girl who loves to levitate. Sidewalks made of cloud, commonplace motion forsake. Awake the dream. Feet. So now and then, if you feel yourself coming down from your height, and your subway days are losing light, don't you think of her as a strange or fearful sight? Just breathe, join in, take flight. Call it luck or call it fate. Just don't ever call it too late. You found the girl who loves to levitate.
And we're back.
Thank you.
Beautiful video too.
I love that. I can't believe that's fabric because on our side it looks like you're sitting in front of a mosaic tile.
Tile.
Yeah, it does. I mean, I've seen that so much in my house in different rooms and different places, and I really know it well. So I look at it and I only think of it as this sheet. And of course, in this video, you can't tell what color it is. But now that I'm looking at it and you say it, it looks like kind of like a mosaic. It's like, yeah, it does kind of look like that.
It's pretty cool.
Beautiful song too.
And below our
Thank you.
images now, you'll see the little ticker going by.
Yeah.
And that's got information for Johnny Barefoot's Bandcamp. So you can head over there and support all the Johnny Barefoot releases that are there available for you.
It's easy.
Please do.
JohnnyBarefoot.bandcamp. Johnny Barefoot. Say that 3 times. Johnny Barefoot.
Johnny Barefoot, Johnny Barefoot, Johnny Barefoot. What happens? I think
You have to be looking in a mirror in the bathroom at midnight for it to do anything.
Okay, if you appear and play songs first, I'm going to do that today. But I think if everybody does that, you're going to get tired.
No. When that happens, it's some weird magic. It's not me several different times.
Okay.
It's me sort of projected. I don't really understand it myself, but I don't get tired. It's
I know
only
you can
happened
handle it.
It's
Yeah.
only happened 3 or 4 times. So every time it's been the same.
And it involves levitation.
Sometimes.
Quimby says she's thinking. She says, "I think I'm levitating just a bit."
I believe you.
I'd be
Yeah.
happy to hear that.
So next song we have coming up.
So I will give you rainbow.
And what's the story on this one? I'd love to hear.
This one was what happened was when I was recording Sunrise in Reverse, a similar sort of situation. I started messing around with a theme, an idea that I had, and kind of expanding on it a little bit. And I decided to just push record on my audio recording software. And at the same time, I don't know why I thought about this. I just thought, what the hell? I'll just do it. I put my phone up in front of me and recorded a video at the same time. Just thought, what the hell? And if that works out, then great. And as I was playing it, that kept coming into my head. It kept popping into my head, that phrase, that I will give you rainbows, for some reason. I don't know why. Just something about the music made me think of that. And so it just sort of stuck. And I thought, well, that's a cool title. And because it was making me think of that, then that's what it's called. Because sometimes that happens if I'm doing an improvisation. I'm not thinking of anything particularly. I just pick up the guitar, tune it up, and start playing. And whatever comes out is the path that I'll take. I'll just sort of let the situation or let the instrument or whatever. Like sometimes I'll be playing on the 6th string a lot, and then I'll put it down and then pick up my 7th string and go, okay, I'm just going to play something on this. I haven't played this for a while. Tune it up and start playing, and it'll be a different sort of feel because it's a different instrument.
Yeah.
I think like instruments have music in them inherently. And then, so I'll just sort of take that path and see what happens. I'm not really necessarily thinking of anything from the onset. And then whatever I become thinking about, whatever I get to be thinking about, is what the feel of the song becomes, and it's what the song will be called, I guess. And that's what happened with I Will Give You Rainbows.
Beautiful.
Let's listen to that.
Let's do. Here we go.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Gorgeous
Thank
song.
you. Thank you.
We were talking about this on the back channel while the song was playing, and there's a movie from the 80s called Local Hero that Mark Knopfler did the guitar for, and I could so easily imagine this song being part of that score.
Yeah, that'd be some good company to be in for sure.
So you were telling us a little bit more about how you did this, and I thought that you absolutely should share that with everyone who's watching.
Yeah, it's funny how I got them together. It was another situation where I'm like, how am I going to do this? And I was again thinking of sort of kind of high tech solutions where the simplest low tech solution was the one that worked. Where I was saying I made the video and the audio recording both at the same time, just through happenstance. I just decided to do it, and so when I saw the video that I had on YouTube before didn't have the audio that appears on the album with the reverb and the spaciousness about it. So I wanted to put those two together to try and like for this show, for the re-release, to put those two together so it would sound better on the video. And I what did I do? I thought I'll just do a video screen capture of the video from YouTube on my phone, and then put that on iMovie, and then take the audio that I edited and doctored and things, and then lay that over top of the video. So it's kind of funny. It's like they both happened at the same time, but I had to bring them back together again. So watching the video is sort of funny in that it's like I had to take both of those things and put them back together, but they happened together in the first place. So it's sort of funny that it did this weird kind of separation circle and then back together again. But I'm really happy that I was able to do that, because now I can watch it and go, oh, that's what I was hearing in my head when I was playing it, and then I edited the audio, and then anyway. So I'm repeating myself, but Celtic Moonbase, the next one, is the same kind of thing. The video and the audio sort of were together and then separated and then together again for the video coming up. And Celtic Moonbase is one of the songs, the one song that we hear of mine this evening that's on Wednesday night, mid-November, the new album.
Wow. So we're going to play that next. I just want to say before we cut across, Francis was just saying something about that song, and the way Johnny produced it makes me think of beautiful sound echoing through an empty cathedral.
Well, I was sort of thinking that had that same sort of quality when I was playing it, and I was able to, like, I was hearing it that way in my head as I was playing it, and then I was able to produce that in the real world through the magic of digital audio software.
Well, let's hear.
But thank you, Frank. Thank you.
Thanks, Frank. Let's hear Celtic Moonbase next.
Yes, that's the last song.
It's the last song
tonight.
tonight. Oh. So, Johnny, how many songs are on the new album again?
The new album, there's 10. There's 10 songs. But yeah, and it's quite long. It's definitely a double album, because the last song is the one that I when I recorded it, there was the only song on the album actually that was originally intended to go on an album when I made it. I'm thinking, I'm going to record this, and I'm going to record this album that has all these sort of meditative, kind of long, open, sort of flowing, sort of improvisations, and that was the intent with the very last song called Root Chakra I Am, and that one is like really super long. It's like over 17 minutes long. So that's like side 4 of a double album. So it's a long album, so you get your money's worth. But there's 10 songs.
I'm just wanting to hear more than the 4 we've been able to share, the 4 songs we've been able to cover in your history tonight. So I'm looking forward to hearing the rest of the album.
Cool, thank you.
And here we go with Celtic Moonbase. beautiful.
It's so
you.
relaxing too.
Thank you. Thank you all the lovely comments from people too. Thank you very much. Dale, you're talking about, that's a Beardsell guitar. It's a beautiful guitar. I should do a shout out to Alan Beardsell in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, who built that guitar.
That is a gorgeous instrument.
It is. It is.
Your other guitar, the one you had in the video earlier with the smaller sound hole, is that same maker?
Yep. That's Alan as well. This 7-string. Where's it? It's actually in the case over here. But yeah, that's Alan as well. Yeah.
I love the contours of the shape of that guitar, and the sound is so gorgeous.
Yeah. He makes some beautiful, beautiful instruments. Like just beautiful to look at, but also for the player, they're really, they feel great and they sound great too. Like he has sound holes in really interesting areas, like on the top of the guitar, so the sound is like coming right up at your head as you're playing it. It's really, really cool. And then there's for the audience as well. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, we've heard that guitar in person a few times, and it's just lovely.
Thank you. Yeah, it is.
Well, I can't wait. I'm going to put the link back up here so folks can take a look. So get yourselves over to Bandcamp and check out Johnny's page. And
JohnnyBarefoot.bandcamp.com.
And you can listen. That's the great thing about Bandcamp. You can listen to the albums in their entirety before you decide to buy or not.
And I can just imagine, dimming the lights, putting the little angel lights up in the room, and just putting this on and just forgetting about everything that's going on.
That would be great. If people tell me, I put on your album and I fell asleep, that would be the best compliment actually for this album. Is like it put me to sleep. That's what I want to hear.
It's so beautiful. So again, we were talking a little bit on the back channel, and you were talking about how you just set up and go and let yourself go, and then you just arrive at a destination where you're kind of like, okay, that's it.
Yeah. Like with those, pretty much with every song on the new album, it was like that. Well, some of them were purely, I'd say at least half the album, they were purely improvisational, where I would set up the microphone, pick up the guitar, tune it, and then just start playing. And it's fun too, because I like to dabble in different like alternative tunings. So I'll like think of one, tune the guitar into a completely different tuning, not play anything, not really practice or get accustomed to it, just start playing and see where I go. And then wherever there's a path, let's just go for it. It's really kind of adventurous sort of music making for me as a musician, because I'll just go down an unbeaten path and see what happens. Yeah. But sometimes it'll be like, wow, okay, I'll get to an end and think, okay, well that seems like it's done. I think I'm there. And then I'll listen back to it and go, wow, that was like 9 minutes long. What happened? So.
Wow, I'm so excited about this album. I'm going to get myself over there because, like I said, the last time I had a guitar album that I just wore out to the point where I had to go buy it again because the tape was going to die was, that soundtrack. And now I think I found a modern replacement for that.
Oh, cool.
So today, everybody,
that's great to hear.
Bandcamp.com and go put Johnny Barefoot.
And Jam Bam Blue.
Yes.
Actually, because
Jam Bam Blue.
I'm going to get their album right after the show too.
Jam Bam Blue's album is really gorgeous, and I think that the production is just amazing. I'm really hoping that in the not too distant future we're going to start hearing them, on Saturday Night Live or something, because it's a really beautiful album.
That'd be cool.
And Kira is so charming to watch perform as well. I mean, there's like zero pretense. It's like she's just such a gentle presence in the room when she's singing. It's so welcoming, and that's really lovely. And I love watching Steve play as well. The whole band. I mean, it's just amazing people.
Hmm.
I love live music.
Nah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, you kind of miss that vibration in the space.
Yeah, share the momentum.
Well, we're going to get back there. So
Yeah.
hang in there, everybody, a little bit longer. We'll get vaccinated, and maybe by the end of this year, we'll start being able to sit in small crowds and hear
Ow,
some music.
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
careful.
okay.
This place is kind of the space here is kind of a minefield of little obstacles. Well, we want to do one really quick pitch back to our shop tonight. So if you
Okay.
can, pop over to cafecheshme.com and
That's the
pick up
shop.
some t-shirts. We are in the propaganda business now. We want to spread the word. And we're starting to think very seriously about what comes next. We're going to do some work to the cafe so that when we have Johnny back in person, we'll have better sound and some softer seating and some great food. And those days are not far off, folks.
Yes. Yes, please come back.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Get vaccinated. Get vaccinated, everybody.
Yes, please
Take
get
care.
vaccinated.
Take care
Yeah.
until then. We want to see everybody back out.
Yes, everybody.
So thank you to Jambam Blue and Kira O'Shaughnessy.
Thank you.
you.
Yay.
And you guys travel safely, and we're looking forward to seeing the photos from Kiev. That's going to be so
Kiev.
cool.
Wow.
And Johnny, thank you so much for tonight.
Thank you, as usual.
Thank you.
And
Thank you for having me, as usual.
love to the family.
Yep. I will extend your love.
And thanks everybody for coming in and listening tonight. And
Thank you.
we love spending these Saturdays with you guys, and you guys are the most amazing community
Yeah, thank
anybody
you
could hope to be part
For
of.
supporting us.
Yeah. So on that note, we're going to play the close, and we're going to be back in 2 weeks with
Yes. Ambient night. July 10th, ambient night. Then 24th, song challenge.
Song challenge.
Are you gonna join too?
Yes, I have. My song is finished. I need to make a video.
Well, we have to make some.
I've got
Actually,
melody
I
and
have two
lyrics.
songs. I have two songs that are sort of jammed together. That I
you
tackled. I
fast.
tackled both. I tackled both. Both themes, because we have two themes, right? What is it?
Yeah.
Stars
Stars
dissolve
dissolve and
wet shoes.
Yep.
And yeah, I got both of them in there.
Cool.
That's awesome. Which one are you doing?
Probably wet shoes.
I'm going to try to do Stars Dissolve. I've got melody and some lyrics. It's just if I have time to finish it.
So you're welcome to join, Annie.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, 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 yes.
You're welcome to join, Dale.
We still have space on that night, so if you want to submit a song for the song challenge, just reach out to us on the webpage and let us know. Okay, I think that's us for tonight. Thank you, everybody. We'll
Thank
see you in
you.
2 weeks for Ambient Night.
See you. Peace.
Good night.